Hey everyone, DJ's here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay commentary. What's going on, peeps? I got another This one, oh god, this is a nutty game. This was a long, nutty game. I felt a lot of emotions during this game. Let me just get that out of the way. Anyway, this replay we got in Fog. I'm in it. I'm playing against Kantbei. Since I'm playing this game, I decided to do it from my point of view in the Fog. We won't show any of Kantbei's units. Till the very end of the game, we'll review what differences we had in our openings and how we played, etc. But for now, we're going to focus on my side. And this map right here, you probably don't recognize it. It's new to the global leagues in Fog. It's called Frostleaf, and it's pretty chaotic. It's a lot of roads, a lot of bridges, and a lot of cities. High income map, forward airports. You start off with a black boat. Right near these bases over here, kind of like Normandy or whatever the hell, but just one black boat, no lander. And I like this forward airport. It really switches things up. Then the random forest in the corner over here. I guess you can hide a recon and artillery or something. It's just a nutty map. A lot of roads and stuff, so you just know recons are going to be absolute batshit good on this map. You know B-copters are going to be absolute batshit good on this map. B-copters and recons, they're going to be good. Anti-air are a must. Just looking at this map, even before playing this, I knew anti-air were crucial. I knew B-copters were crucial. Because of that, such a good air map. This is a good Andy map if we're talking about tier 3. Drake would be god-awful. I love Drake, don't get me wrong, but copters are way too good to be playing Drake on this map right here. Tier 2, man, Olaf would probably be banned because he's just too good on this map. Olaf should be banned. But Eagle's also probably pretty damn good because there's so many B-copter and stuff. But Olaf, man, that you're going to see usage of the 70% is probably. Global damage is nutty on this map right here. This map is just weird. I have mixed feelings, you know. I feel like I enjoyed it at some parts, and other parts I'm like, this map is so rah. You can reinforce your recons really quick, but like getting over here with the black boat, like if you want to reinforce with anything other than mechs and infantry over here, it takes ages to reinforce over here. Sturm is also probably broken on this map. Your infantry just cross these rivers like it's nothing. So, man, this is a nutty map. But we're doing tier 4, so all that global damage, all those air units and whatnot, they don't matter. We're just playing Adder. And the reason we chose Adder over Jake, as you probably realize, is if you watch my videos on the COs and when to choose them, you choose Adder, the better that B-copters are on the map, and the better that mechs are on the map. And mechs are a must on this map, and B-copters are a must on this map. So Adder was the obvious choice for me. Artillery are pretty decent, but they take forever to get to the front line, so they're not really as common as they normally would be. So yeah, when you choose Adder, when there's a lot of a lot of mech usage and a lot of copter usage, in short. And so it was easy. Me and Kantbei immediately just chose Adder. There was no discussion. There was no thinking about what we were going to choose. So yeah, this is Frostleaf. We'll go into more of the map details as we go through the game. But now let's talk about my opponent, Kantbei. You guys know Kantbei. He's been featured on some videos I made. He's been featured on some videos that other people have made in YouTube. Very well-known player. I think he's probably my rival in Fog. I think we've played the most games. My number one person I played against in Fog is probably Kantbei. We probably played like 15 games in Fog. I remember I started off like dominating. I think I won like the first like 6-7 games. But then recently he's got really good in Fog, and it's been pretty much dead even. We're pretty equal in Fog, I'd say, for the most part. He's a very strong player. He also plays Standard as well. Starflash is probably the person I played the most in Standard. So I have two rivals. One in Fog, which is Kantbei. One in Standard, which is Starflash, who I've played the most. Respectable player. One thing I'll say about Kantbei, he is much better planner than I am in terms of capturing game, and much better planner in general in the macro side of things. He's much better macro player than I am. Whereas I'm the opposite. I'm much better micro. I'm very good at tactical engagements. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm going to be able to force my units to do the best engagements are possible. So we kind of complement each other on that, but we also have weaknesses where the other excels. So this is just, you just know, this is why these games are so close between me and him. It's interesting, and it'll really come into play. It'll be quite obvious as we go into the game where our strengths lie. So anyway, this game is nutty. And I don't think I have anything else to say other than this is a banger, and let's just get into it. This is probably going to be a long one, boys. So strap in, get your oatmeal or whatever the hell you're eating, roast squid or rat meat, I don't care. Anyway, let's get into this game right here. So it starts off, I'm at the bottom, I'm green. Typical stuff, Kantbei ends his turn, don't know what's going on. So, I go for the airport early. I mean, could go for the port, early cap, but T-copters, man. T-copters are a must on this map. If you don't build a T-copter on this map, you are just asking to lose. T-copters are a must. So I was like, I'm going to get a T-copter. Hell, if this base was farther away, I would have gone for the airport before I went for the base. That's how much T-copters are great on this map. T-copters are a must. I got to hammer that home. So I basically focus on that. I had thoughts of early infantry over here, but I was like, I want to play it safe, and I just want to get more income early. I don't really want to extend too much. So I focus on what's around me right now. And then next turn, I'll bring in this black boat over, and it'll transport both units. Oh, wait. I can't even reach that. That was a misplay. I think I should have put my black boat here and then had both those infantry load in there. So first mistake of the match. By the way, we're playing this not live, but semi-live. Me and Kantbei, when we want to play, we can play live. We're not afraid to play live. Okay, so I just bring one single infantry up there because I kind of misplayed. I should have had both of them. This one should have gone in the port, or wait a minute. Actually, no, I really didn't misplay that much. But, interesting start. I only bring one infantry over, so a little delayed on the capture over there, but I'm doing pretty good over here. I got decent income, and build my T-copter. I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to be boosting, Terrorize with Transport video. Check it out if you haven't. I'm going to be boosting. I didn't really calculate. I could have calculated this transport usage a little bit more. I'm not going to lie. If we look at Kantbei's point of view at the end, it's probably going to be much better. See, I plopped that over there. And give him a boost, and this is the one I'm actually going to transport with the T-copter. Instead of just taking that one infantry and plopping it somewhere over here, I decided to do a double little boosty poo and get that one involved in the back that otherwise wouldn't do anything. And I built an artillery here. My thought process was, recons, way too obvious. Way, way, way too obvious. He's going to build a tank. He's going to build a mech. What better way to deal with mechs and tanks than an artillery that is completely unexpected? I'm going to plop it in one of these three forests, preferably these two right here. And then I'm going to wreak havoc on all of his units that are coming through the shoals over here. Probably mostly just going to be like mechs and infantry. And artillery basically hard counter mechs because they're hard to get in range of the artillery because usually there's an infantry wall. And mechs don't really break through infantry walls very well because they're limited movement. So artillery when you encounter mech spam, the best way to respond, in my opinion, is like recons and artillery. A lot of people build anti-air because like, oh, one hit KO, but that's also 8K we're talking about. I'd much rather use recons. I'd much rather use artillery than investing 8K. So now I plop my two infantry over there. I'm expecting an early recon. Like I said, the recon is so obvious, but I want to try my luck at this artillery, and then I'm going to build a tank this turn. I'm going to have a nice sustained push. I'm not going to go early and get a few jabs and then retreat. When I arrive, I'm not letting up. It's going to be a wave of damage. It's going to come later. I was more patient. I wasn't like going to prod him a bit and then give him a hint for what's going to come. I'm going to maintain that pressure. When my artillery and my tanks arrive, it's going to hurt and it's not going to let up. That was my thought process. So, bring my T-copter and get another boost. Get this airport over here. Like I said, probably not the best boosting ever, but I think the T-copter's already paid for itself, even if I've kind of clumsily did it. So I bring all my infantry in. I could have milled a mech, but I opted to get a mech a little later. But I don't think that was a terrible mistake on my part. But everything, I haven't even seen a single Kantbei unit so far. Boost over here with ideas to cap these two properties. Nothing too crazy. Bring my artillery, bring my tank, and I have a tank chain going in. Does the tank chain continue? I believe it does. And I probably can build a mech this turn as well. I think I would build. In retrospect, I don't even remember. This game happened like a couple weeks back, but I believe I built a mech and a tank. Yep. Oh yeah, double mech in it, baby. We ain't afraid. We're adder. Like I said in an earlier game. Mechs. Adder, coal, bread and butter, baby. Spread that like bread and butter. Oh, then all of a sudden this stupid little recon comes out of nowhere. Attacks my infantry, so I'm like, I guess I'm not getting these properties. But, whatever. And then he pops this little penguin over here. I was like, whoa, you're here early, man. How the hell did you get here so early? But I'm not too scared because it's just probably going to be infantry. So I'm a little concerned by that, but I'm like, okay. I don't think I cap one of these properties quite yet. I get vision, and I see he has both of these properties already, and I have none of these properties. This is where it becomes apparent that his build is probably more optimal than mine. I do not have either of these properties. His capture game is already ahead of mine, and I'm starting to worry a bit because I'm player 1, right? I should be ahead, and I'm behind. And I'm like, how the hell did he get those properties so early, and he has a recon pressure? He's probably got a better build than me. However, like I said, micro engagements, I'm good at that shit. Right out of range of this infantry, he has no idea what's coming. Property lock that immediately. And I don't go for the attack here. I don't believe I do, at least. Because I want to maintain those infantry. Oh, yeah. And I get a T-copter, baby. This is a double T-copter map. I'm being perfectly honest. You want to transport your mechs. You want to transport your infantry. If you have adder especially, it's just so good. T-copters, so good. I love T-copters. Especially on this map. If you don't build one T-copter, you're literally mentally insane. 2, okay. You're cooler if you build 2. But if you don't have 1, something is wrong with your brain. And I build it, yeah, like I said, I want to maintain this so I can get a full HP cap over here right out of its vision. Kantbei moves around a little bit. I see him slink over into that city over there. I'm not terribly concerned about that. Moves his recon back, but I know better than to go for any of these properties. So I just stay back at the top if I recall correctly, until I have my mechs to support. Similar to the Normandy game. You don't want to be going balls to the wall with your infantry like Jazzy P did without some mech support. So I'm waiting for my mech support. I'm like, hurry up, boys. We got some work to do. Bring my tank in. I see all these little pushy penguins over here. I'm like, oh, you sick son of bitches. I'm going to blast the shit out of you. And then I move my artillery over here, expecting him to be capping that, so I'm going to get a free little murder attack over here. Double boost, getting in range to cap these things, or at least get an attack off. Early anti-air, as I said earlier, anti-air are a must on this map. I got a little later than expected. Perhaps I could have gotten a turn earlier, but day 10 isn't terrible. I thought I was, all things considered, I saw the recon, so I know he's not going to have that early a copter. And it's going to take 2 turns to get over here, so I figured latest time I could get it is turn 10. So I think I bought it the absolute last time I could build it, but I love this forward airport for copters, because you know copters are coming. So you need to have anti-air on your weak side, which is this side. I didn't specify earlier, but this is your weak side, it's green, and this is your strong side. It kind of goes without saying that all your vehicles are going to reach here first and take ages to get over there. There's no bridges over here. You can't just bring your vehicles up there. You're going to need a lander to invest 12k, 14, I think it's 12k for a lander to put all your shit over there, or take the long route around, and that's going to take forever unless you're like Sturm or some shit, and even then it's not going to be quick. So, copters, really good on your strong side. And I'm boosting with my T-copters. My T-copters putting in mad work, burr. Mad work. And he caps this probably. I was a little laissez-faire. I was like, you know what? Trap that poor penguin. Son of a bitch is dead. I was like, you know what? Like I said, sustain push. He probably thinks I have minimal things so far. Oh, I could just go in this forest over here. Then he realizes I have a freaking tank chain, anti-air, and copter in tow. And he's going to get his middle penguins massacred. See, this is why I was like, oh, shit. Anti-air, too late. He did build an early copter. If I was 1 turn ahead, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so maybe I had to build it turn 8. But it would have been better. But luckily for me, forward airport, this copter will do some damage back to that copter, so I'm actually not as screwed as you may think. And now he spots the artillery. And I'm like, oh, you're in for a nice little treaty pill. He has a lot of penguins over there, but what vehicles does he have other than that copter? So, a little interesting, but I'm not too worried about it. I was upset about that early copter hit, but you know, not a big deal. Not a huge deal. I go for this property because I'm like, I saw the recon go over here. Maybe he can't see me. I got my mechs over here. Maybe if he does enough damage, I'll pop a power, and then these mechs are going to probably one-shot that recon. So I'm not really too concerned. One thing I learned from Tor Dread in games, you want to shift when you do a shift to a strong side, you want to shift your infantry too. Beginner level players, maybe 1100 or below, would keep all their infantry over here just sitting around. I'm slowly shifting all my infantry, not all of them, but you know, like majority of them over to the strong side where all the action happens so I can get more caps doing. So just notice how my infantry kind of shift over. Just keep an eye on that. Now my tanks come in, I'm getting some free hits. Not necessarily completely free, but I'm murdering a lot of units. Because he has the income advantage. Look, he has 3 of these properties right here. I might have 1. So he's ahead by at least 2k. Actually, if he has these captured, he's going to be ahead by 4k. Which is very concerning. Or actually 5k. So he's definitely ahead in income. But I got some murdering infantry going on. But I'm shifting my... You see these 3? I'm so glad I didn't keep them over here. Sucking on their toes or whatever you do in your free time. But the recon comes in. I'm like, ah, shit. He is going to be ahead by 6k, isn't he? So I was a little upset by that. And then he brings in another copter. I'm like, man, you want copter heavy. He's not going to have a tank or anything. He literally just has a recon over here. Okay. Which is not a bad idea. Brings his recon in, tries to 2-hit KO my tank, but like I said earlier, it's only a 33% chance, and one of them was already a 9 HP, so it's basically a 0% chance. So he brings all his units in. Retreats, he brings these 2 units in, I should say. He withdraws his infantry, because he sees that I have a shit ton of infantry. My copter comes in, kaplowslers. Pop my side slip, because you know why we're popping the side slip, right? Getting that sweet 1-hit KO. Bye-bye. Cap that. Move my infantry over, murdering these penguins. See, these 3 already in action. Kill a unit, and get vision of this other copter. Look how I'm out of the vision right there. I'm a slinker. I slither around. I'm adder. I'm role-playing. I'm side-slipping. Slithery, side-slipping, snake-bite slithering. So, another thing on this map. Very crucial on this map. Few things, like I said. Mech's good. T-copter's good. Copter's good. Healing units, extremely important on this map. Extremely. There is a huge difference between letting this sit here and heal or building a tank and taking ages to get back over here. Healing is a must on this map. If you don't heal your units, you will lose. You need to heal your units. It is so critical on this map. That's why global damage is so damn good, because you kind of ruin the healing process. But healing units, really damn good on this map. It's so important. You need to have healing. That's why Andy's so freaking OP on this map. But I start capping things. T-copters, double T-copter. I just love doing double T-copters. I'm double capping it, double T-coptering it. Oh, it feels so good, man. My infantry. See, I'm bringing them up here, but I'm also kind of shifting them at the same time. The mechs doing their job. Another anti-air, because why not? Look how many copters he had. He already had 3, so I figured he's spamming. He has a tank over here, so he might get a hit off of my anti-air if I'm not careful in the near future. So then he pops his own side slip. I mean, it's so cheap. Why not? Boom. So that kind of sucks. Now he's going to have a 5k income advantage. He would have 6k if he captured that, because then he'd have a 3 property advantage. However, I'm capping over here, so it's only 5k for now, but it sucks. 5k when you only have, you know, actually he's only 3k ahead. I guess I can see. Secretive. I couldn't see during the game. I assumed he had a 5k income advantage, but he only has a 3k income advantage, apparently. I don't know what to owe that, but that's what we see. Anyway, side slip, he's not really doing too much with it. He's bringing in... Okay, now he's getting his copters. Yeah, look at all these stupid little copters. So glad I kept that anti-air out of range, huh? So glad. He's going nuts. He's not trying to let me capture any of these things, but I'm like, well, thank God for anti-air. Am I right? Still suffering over here. Still in the behind. Build my first recon. I said recons are great. They're good throughout the entire game because you need vision. There's not really mountains at all over here or over here. Only mountains really on the defensive right there. And actually, that's the only mountain in this entire map. These 2 right there. Jeez. Recons are a must on this map. There's so many things you need to remember about this map. I might list them out in post-production. But right here, murder 1 copter. I have another copter in. Murder that one too. Why not? Well, not murder it, but just, you know, give it a love tap. Make sure it's not flying home easily. Got some battle scars. Tank comes in. Honestly, at this point in the match, I'm behind on income. However, I'm feeling good. You know why I'm feeling good? This is his weak side. Notice, we are fighting on his weak side. It takes ages for his tanks and stuff to move around here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 30-ish turns. 30-ish movement to get his tanks over here. I mean, it's not quick for mine, but it's definitely less than 30. It's probably like 22 or some shit. So I am loving fighting on my weak side. And I can replenish with my copters every turn. I have a copter chain, I have a tank chain, and all sorts of shit. Head on income, but I'm winning the reinforcement war, and I'm winning the engagement war. Let's check the KD real quick as we go through this. Look at his deaths. 60,000 in deaths, only 26,000 in kills. I'm doing a lot more damage than him. And let's see how many units. I wish I would just said the whole thing. So he has 13 deaths. Only killed 6. 13 deaths to 6 kills. And they're only infantry. I am murdering him in terms of KD. However, he has the income lead. like I said, my strength, engagements. I'm winning engagements. I'm winning what I should be winning. He's winning what he should be winning. He has the income advantage, and he's maintaining that income advantage, which is very frustrating. So I have to, fight an uphill battle this entire match. Or not in this entire match, but until I can, get some income in my favor. Stops me from capping that, as he did before. Murders my little infies over here, but I'm not too entirely upset about that. He doesn't really have any vehicles. All his vehicles are fighting over on his weak side. Murders my copter, but he's about to find out that my sweet little artillery is going to get some work in. Has my artillery even fired yet? It's fired 2 shots. It's got its work in, it's spent a lot of fuel too. This artillery has already fired 4 shots. I'd say it's already paid for itself, and it's going to get another shot right here. No way he's going to reach it. Beautiful, and I can kill the tank. First, pop my side slip. Shy slip. My infies at the top, they're just trying to maintain the status quo for the most part. I don't know if I'm going to capture that, but I'm not going down without a fight. And I'm using my T-copters to transport everything. Zooming a by. Kill off that anti-air soon enough with my tank. Do I K? Oh yeah, this is getting brutal. I'm getting so many nice kills right now. So behind on income, but look at that. Oh, this is a beautiful turn. It's too bad you can see all the information over here. I like keeping a little secret. But, I guess you won't see the impact of the damage till his turn, but... Oh no, I'm ahead 30,000, which is pretty damn good. But, I had 3k, unfortunately. A little upset about that. Not gonna lie. But, then I see his infantry come over here, I'm like, that's pretty uncomfortable. That's really close to my HQ. He's losing over here. If you watched my videos before, you might say, well, if he's losing on this front and he's retreating, that means he's putting his units on another front, which is smart. When you notice someone withdraw on one front, expect them to show up on another front, unless they just completely lost, which of course he has not. So, I'm a little wary. I'm like, this is getting a little too easy to win over here. I'm expecting a big offense over on this side over here. So I get a little worried. And, Mr. Kantbei. Sacks his unit over here. I'm dominating the unit count front right now. Oh, I thought I had more. I don't know. I don't trust these figures. But now I'm going to start capping pretty freely. He can't stop me. He only has a 3k income lead right now. He had 5k, but I took over this city, thank God, over here. But I see what's going on over here. I'm like, oh shit, I need to get some units. ASA Pizzles. I bring my anti-air into centralizing role. I have one over here, I have one over here. I want to get some units centralized in case he goes ham on my HQ. So I start with retreating a little bit. Build this copter over here. I'm like, with a side slip, I'll be able to attack the HQ cap. I bring my copter over there because I'm freaking out. I bring a tank over there because I'm freaking out. Because it's getting too easy over here. I'm feeling really good. My stats are like I said, literally, so far, loving the KD. Dominating on the fronts. But he is winning income, and that's important. Look at how much freaking income he has. He has 30,000 in funds. That is insane. He can build a battleship, which he should never, ever do. But he could build it. Battleship in this map makes no sense. Smartly, use Sidewinder. Oh, never mind. I would have used Side Slip. Okay, so he uses his super, which is okay. Let's see what he can do with it. I assume he's going to get an anti-air. Yeah, he's probably going to kill another copter too. 3 anti-air. So I was wondering where all his units were. They were actually here right there in the back. They wanted to get some kills off of my copter. Then he goes for the HQ cap, as I knew he would. He tries to do the surround. Brings in a copter. Brings in these tanks. Now it's looking kind of dubious. I'm like, I thought I was winning. This tank comes out of the freaking woodwork. What the hell? It's like, hello there. Full HP tank, not even wounded. Just chilling there. Like, what are you doing, dude? Find something. Get on with your life, man. You loser. Like, you just sit in the forest and that's your job? Like, reminds me of that Japanese person who's like, during the end of World War II, thought the war was going on for 30 years. Like, I'm still here, yeah. Like, okay, yeah. The war's over, buddy. Go home. Like, mind your own business. Get out of this stupid forest. And now my T-copters run out of fuel. I need to, charge those bad boys up. I'm not letting those things run out of fuel and die. I love my T-copters. I take good care of them. So, of course, bring my copter in. I mean, let's be honest. He's not getting that stupid cap. Are you kidding me? Of course he's not. Get the kill on the copter with my side slippy, but I withdraw. He's got a lot of units. He's got more units over here now that I've dabbled over here a bit. I had to dabble because I was getting scared. So I'll bring my infantry over and start murdering his units over here. This is a massacre. I'm destroying all these units over here. That's why, notice, it's like a fulcrum. Strong over here. Now I need to retreat over here. Well, I went for the copter kill because I couldn't help myself, but it's a fulcrum. Attack on one side, pull back on the other. Attack on one side, pull back on the other. And hell, maybe in 2 turns I push back over here and I withdraw over here. You know, it's just how it is. But I'm healing a lot of my units as well. But HQ cap, that was a pipe dream. Not happening on my watch. I saw that ship coming a mile away. Still keeping up the mechs, because we love mechs here. On this map, at least, as Adder. And that artillery did a great job. Got off 4 shots. Spent 30 fuel, but his days are limited. That artillery is bye-bye. Alright, Pizzle. But I honestly, no regrets building that artillery to begin. I think it did some good work, and it definitely got him caught him off guard. But now we see the copter stream coming over here. Like I said earlier, easy to reinforce. So I should be throwing an anti-air over here if I can. I mean, I'm still happy we're fighting on the strong side of mine, but at the same time, a little wary. He has a lot of copters. We got copter chains going on. Luckily, I have my own copter chain coming on, so it's just like, this is how it's going to go. We're just going to keep fighting copters and copters. Unfortunately, I can't kill it, so he has vision on this 9 HP copter, so he's going to get another hit. And I popped the side step, which I probably should have done before to guarantee that kill. But maybe I just barely got it. Let me check. No, I should have done it before. Whatever. Now I pop it because I don't even know. This doesn't seem like the best side slip, to be perfectly honest. But I realized something. I'm like, all his shit is anti-air. He's got like 2 tanks, but like 3 or 4 anti-air. So my tanks can pretty much just be straight ass chilling. Should have attacked with the recon first, to be perfectly honest. He had vision. But you learn from your mistakes. You want to get vision before you do attacks and make big decisions like I did. Probably put the recon here before I even pop the power to know what I'm doing. But, you know, you learn. So, he's ahead by 2k. I got this property over here. I can live with that. Let's see how the KD is looking. Let's see how the KD is looking. Still dominating in the KD. Look at that. 50,000. Loving it. Loving life. But Mr. Kantbei, he's not going to just throw his units in the meat grinder. He knows what he's doing. He has a trick up his sleeve, which we will see very soon. Murders off my infantry over here. Weakens my copter. But, you know, still fighting on my strong side. I guess this one decided to commit suicide kamikaze it. Which is fine, I didn't really care about that. Another one to the unit count, am I right? Head by 5 units, soon to be 8 at least. After I kill some units and build my own. Shifting my infantry over. Look, notice my infantry shifted over here at the beginning. Shifted back. Now we're shifting over the strong side again. Love to see it. It's like the birds during migration season, you know what I mean? Like, weak side! That's what they said. Just, you know, I'm just telling you what they said. Don't judge. Bring in double tanking it. Retreating over here. I want to get my forces. I want to bring this copter down over here, and I want to have a nice big push. I can sense he's getting some big swelling of his units over there, and I want to get a nice death ball. I miss my artillery dearly, but I want to invite him to try to cap these properties. And then I reveal my true hand of all these copters and units. I'm kind of faking him out. See how I'm capturing this property over here and I'm pulling back here? Now he thinks I have a huge force over here. By virtue of the fulcrum. He says, well, Deej withdrew over here. Theoretically meaning that he has a lot of forces over here. So I'm kind of faking him out a bit, which is kind of a higher level. MMR road to 1300 or whatever, that's probably one of the tips. You got to do a lot of bluffing. A lot of faking out. A lot of psychological warfare going on in the higher levels. For sure. But now I'm like, suck bitch. Here I am, buddy. Boom. The attack comes in. I have all these units, and I've just got the copter chain going. If he decides to attack over here, I got mechs to defend. I'm feeling pretty damn good at this point. We're at day 20, by the way. That Izanagi game I showed, that lasted like 18 turns. We're already at day 20. This is a long-ass game, and it's nowhere near its completion. Oh, Lord, have mercy on my soul. So, yeah, bringing in the tanks. Bringing in the anti-air recons. Recons, like I said, good. He's so much more charged than me. He's got charge saved up, but he's down on the unit value. And then Neo Tank comes out of nowhere. I'm like, don't have artillery. I don't have a bomber. I don't have anything to deal with that. Copters can't deal with it because they're only going to do 1 or 2 damage and then the anti are going to murder it. So I'm like, oh, well, that's a bit of a predicament. That's a bit of a quinky dink. Don't quite get that property. I was like, oh, I thought I could get it. Then all these other units came out of the woodwork. I'm like, where the hell you guys come from? Like, I thought I was going to win this shit. The KD, you know, was great, but the income is starting to wear on me over here. I'm like, also, but we're equal on income. Let me just point out, we're equal. I have this property over here now, and this property where he has these two. And all you need to know is we're equal on income. So I survived the early slugfest. Luckily, thanks to my good micro, I was able to secure. All things considered, if we started off even in terms of tactics and whatnot, I would have lost by now. But since I have that nice little advantage over Kantbei, I was like, yeah, baby, let's go. Great migration of the infantry continues. I'm not backing off from... I'm kind of bluffing here. I'm like, I got to pretend to that Neo Tank like I got something, but I have nothing. I'm going to build a bomber, but I was like, I could back off, but I don't want to. I want to bluff like I have something big. And I will soon, but not yet. I have a nice ass army. Let's not kid ourselves. I got a lot of mechs, I got a lot of infantry, I got a lot of tanks. They're all... This one was at 2 HP earlier. Now it's fully healed. It's looking good. Feeling good, feeling great. He's still bringing his weak side in. Honestly, I'm so happy he's still fighting on the weak side. That's what kept me in the game early. Gets trapped, brings in his units over here. Don't really mind losing 1 infantry. Not a tragedy or anything. Brings his Neo Tank back. Still goes for the kill. I mean, he's got units to defend it. So, you know, makes sense. Bomber coming in. Keep it out of line of sight, of course. Kill off his tanks. Kill off his infantry with my migrants. My migrants, they're actually refugees from Westlandistan over here, and they came to Eastlandistan. So, we love our migrants on this map. And front shifts in general. And look, I wanted to build a fighter, but I couldn't heal this thing. Black boat, baby. Good as new. We're getting a little low on the fuel over there, but we take care of our T-copters. Let me hammer that home. We take tender loving care of those T-copters. The T stands for tender. And the copter stands for copter. So we take care of our copters over here. B-copters are another story. They kind of just die. T-copters, we love those things though. So we got a nice little front over here. But, yeah, it's, you know, it's a little scary. The Neo Tank's not great. A little, but, you know, I'm threatening to capture this over here. I can actually get the income lead. Day 22. 10 days, 12 days. I don't even remember how many days I was suffering waiting to get that income lead back. Or just, you know, just tie it. I just wanted equal income. I was like, yes, just equal income. Then we can come equal on our fights and whatnot, and I'll be fine. Let's look at the stats real quick. Getting pretty close again. So I have more kills by only 20,000. Before I was ahead by 50,000, I believe. Now we're only at 20,000. So I'm like, okay, a little more dubious than before. But, you know, now that we're equal on income, not a big deal. However, his tactics are starting to sharpen. He's getting pretty good use out of his units now. He's not as careless. Sometimes people get careless when they have the income advantage, and I think he might have gotten a little careless by virtue of a stronger opening via the capture game. However, I let my side slip in. I'm maintaining that pressure. Weak side, gotta keep going. Gotta keep the pressure on. Gotta keep going. Boom. Infantry after infantry. Migrating over here. Si, senor. We're going over to the west side. That thing has, you know, 40 defense, but I don't know. I just wanted to attack that Neo Tank. It was probably a dumb move because it's going to get 1-shot or 2-shot by artillery or anti-air and whatnot, but, you know, I don't know. Fighters are also super good on this map. This map reminds me a lot of Chosen Reservoir since it's so huge. Fighters are good on huge maps like that. They get to the front line in 2 turns. Look, 2 turns, front line. So good, right? You can build it from this airport over here. You can build it from this airport over here. They're so good, man. Like, fighters, man. You gotta love fighters. Some of my favorite units. But the copter chain continues. Now he pops the side slip. He's got a lot of power now. I'm ahead 10 units. Looking pretty good on the unit count. Looking pretty good on the capture front. But now he's got a nice little defensive. He's not giving up. All his units are the Japanese Hiroshima, pre-Hiroshima, bringing their sticks. They're like, we'll fight to the death. Whatever we got, we're gonna fight to the death here. We're not giving up. I'm gonna give a lot of World War II references apparently this game. Neotank's still alive and well. My bomber not actually killed yet, but he's murdering a lot of my units with that side slip. Yeah. Ooh. Does not kill my bomber though. I was like, whoa, really? I thought you would have 2 anti-air over here, but apparently he didn't. But these are dead over here. These are dead. They're kind of trapped. And I don't really have a way to attack that bomber quite yet. And you use the side slip, which gives him 10% defense too. And I'm close to a side slip of my own. I'm contemplating it. I'm like, yeah, we're popping side slip. This is a side slip war. Every other turn, we're popping powers, baby. We're popping scops, pop-lopping, dropping cops. And yeah, I just sack my bomb. And then I see one thing right here, the rockets. I'm like, what the literal F? The thing is, I see the lander. And that's another thing. I'm like, oh, that's why he hasn't lost yet. He has all his units. He's comfortable fighting on the weak side because he made it his strong side via the lander. It's not a big deal anymore. One turn infantry, next turn lander and units and vehicles. Infantry, vehicles, infantry, vehicles. There's always a boat in that port coming back and forth, back and forth. Then I was like, that is how he stayed in the game. Most people would have lost fighting on the weak side for so long. And it just clicked. I was like, oh, he didn't have to go all the way around. He actually had a lander. And I was like, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. The other thing is, the rockets are actually good than normal. You know why they're better than normal? The lander basically put it in the front line in one turn. Rockets get in there one turn, already on the front lines. And then there's roads. A lot of roads and, bridges and shit. Cities, like, rockets aren't terrible here. I was a little shocked. They're normally not that great. I would say they're decent. I don't want to say they're great on this map, but they're really good in the defensive. I think he was really fearing an HQ cap. I don't think the threat was really that real, but I think that's what he was really fearing. Because he does have a lander and everything, so it's not too big of a threat. Yeah, lander, I was like, everything just clicked at that point. I was like, you sneaky son of a snitch. And then I start to retreat. I'm like, if there's a lander, yeah, I'm not going to be able to put the pressure on as much. He's going to have more of an answer. And then I started going the offensive over here. I'm like, okay, if I'm retreating over here, fulcrum, baby. We're getting thematic. When I say something, it's going to pop up later in the match. We're getting thematic. We're fulcrumming it. I got my mechy poos over here. I haven't seen any of his mechs. Rookie mistake on Kantbei's part. I haven't seen a single mech. Mechs would have been so frustrating to deal with for my army. Thank God he's only been pumping infantry, baby. Guess he had to save up for that lander or something, but my mechs, they're putting in work. They can kill vehicles. He can't kill vehicles without using his own vehicles. Pops his own side slip. Like I said, we're popping cops every turn. Bye-bye, bomber. We know it's coming. Bye-bye, birdie. And, yeah. But my fighter gets a free kill. Doesn't get killed. He has limited anti-air, I suppose. He had less than I thought. I thought he'd have more anti-air. And I'm waiting for that to interrupt. I'm like, all right, interrupt the cap. Just interrupt the cap. By the way, I forgot to mention, I'm ahead on income now. I'm ahead 2K. The struggle is over. I am ahead on income. Oh, it felt so good to say that. And I'm just waiting. And he never interrupts the cap over here. I'm like, yes, victory is within my grasp. Oh, I'm at 4K. Good on the KDs. I'm so happy. It's day 25. It's a long fought war. But hey, good game, Kantbei. We're doing, it's a good game. I bring my fighter back. Build another bomber. I'm feeling a little feisty. I'm like, there we go. And I get a little greedy. I'm like, you know what? Let's push it to 6K, baby. Like, why not? Recons, of course, quickly punish that. Do not allow that. And, yeah, feeling pretty good. I don't want to get in the rockets range. A few of these units are in rocket range, I believe. I think that one tank is probably in rocket range. Or maybe not. But brings his rocket down, actually. Does not fire. Brings it down to the HQ, completely protected. I have no shot into that rocket right now. And I believe I will retreat this point, because he's swelling his units over here, and mine are kind of dispersed. And actually, to be perfectly honest, let's look at the KD now. So my KD is now just a slim lead. It's only 15,000-ish. So I'm not feeling too great about that. I was like, okay, I had the lead, but now I have income lead. Let's retreat. Let's heal our units. Keep the unit lead, the unit count lead. Let's use our T-copters, double T-copter in it. Double T in it, triple T in it. Triple T tanks, double T copters, we're cool. Hashtag rap is cool, I suppose. Bringing my mechs over here. Not the end of the world. And I'm like, hey, you had a little tank hiding over there? But F it. I'm bringing my little infantry over there. I'm spying. You try to capture that? I'm coming out of the woodwork, baby. Day 25. It is a long game. And Kantbei's not giving up. I'm like, dude, come on. I got the KD. I got the income. I'm like, come on, man. What are you doing? Why are you still fighting, bro? Why are you still fighting? But look, we're equal on unit count now. He has come back. The roles have shifted. I'm like, oh, shit. Now he's winning the KD, I believe. And I'm winning the income. Let's look at the stats now. It's so weird how that changes. Now he's ahead 20,000 kills. I was ahead, 60,000? Maybe 50,000 at least? And now he's completely shifted it. It's so weird how that works. Now I have the role of Kantbei at the beginning of the game. It's such an uncomfortable thing. And to be perfectly honest, I prefer having the role of more KD than income. Because unit count is what matters in the end. I'm down 7 units. And I'm down unit value as well. But I have a 4K. 4K is nothing to sneeze at, but it's not a huge deal when you have over 20K each. 4K, let's say I have 20K to 16K, that's huge. That's like game ending. But 26 to 22, it's not game ending. It's frustrating, but it's not game ending. Especially in Fog, I find that income advantage is a lot more hard to really, take advantage of when you're in Fog because you have no idea where anything is. Compared to Standard, it's more methodical. You're like, okay, I'm going to lock down this so he never gets the income advantage back, and then you kind of win. You just sit where you are. But Fog, you can throw punches hidden. You can come from the side like, oh, I had no idea, and you capture all these in one turn, and suddenly it's back to even again. Whereas Standard, you see everything that's going on. So I bring I'm starting a little migration over here. I'm like, okay, copters are scary. I'm going to bring at least one anti-air over there. Not allowing this to happen too easily over there. I have my bomber. Bomber's just chilling. Fighter straight chilling. Kind of just maintaining the status quo. I'm not trying to push. I'm like, I just want my 4K. Let's just chill with that. And then, let's see. I bring my mech down. Get the kill on the Enrique, the recon. Bomber, literally just bloating itself. Moving two spaces lethargically. That was a quick little hiatus over in the forest over there. So I guess he just, wanted a weekend retreat in the forest. I can't blame him. Everyone needs a nice weekend retreat in the forest. Hang with Sasquatch and whatnot. And then, okay, so he's still pressing. I'm like, oh, sees my bomber. I'm like, oh shit, this bomber is too close. I should have had something in the forest. But he doesn't know I don't have anything in the forest. Another bluff. He thinks I have something in the forest, so maybe he has an anti-air. But he doesn't know that I have nothing in the forest. So I was like, I was sweating. We're playing this, at this point in the game, we're just playing it live for the most part. We're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, so he's winning in the KD. I'm getting frustrated. But he's not capping on my properties. I'm like, just main the status quo. Let's just chill. Chill. Everyone needs to just calm down. And let me sit on my lead. Let's not lose the KD anymore. Let's just, chill. I'm still losing the KD. I'm centralized my fighter. Bringing my tanks in. Everything's pretty much fine for the most part. Nothing too crazy. And then I'm kind of radio silence on Kantbei's bar. I see a few penguins pushing around, but nothing. Yeah, that's perfect. When you have the income lead, you love that shit. But I do notice I'm moving over here, and I get a little paranoid. I'm like, there's a front shift coming, isn't there? Once you see the infantry moving over, you know something's going on. I have limited insight. My recon, best place for recon on this map, these two forests. One of these two forests and one of these two forests for him. You can see everything front shifting. You can't front shift without going through the middle unless you have a lander or T-copters or, only air units. Ground units, you have to go through the middle, basically. Bring in my mechs, and then I build a lander. I'm like, hey, he had a lander. He's front shifting. I'm going to use my new income. I'm going to build a lander too. Why not? Throw my T-copter down. The play's getting a little more sloppy too. Maybe I'm making some inaccuracies in my movement. because we're playing live at this point. But my fighter's actually also getting low on fuel, all the way down to 22 fuel. I don't want to think that thing will run out of fuel. I paid 20k for that shit. It only killed one B-copter, so it was only paid for 9k. More anti-air. I want an anti-air over here. I want at least 2 anti-air, because that airport is so close, it's going to reinforce without a problem. Now, I'm just waiting for his attack. I'm like, where's his attack coming? Waiting. Clicking. Where is his attack? Where is he? Kantbei. I see 1 infantry. Kantbei, where are you, buddy? Marco. Now it's my turn. I'm like, I have no idea where any of these units are. I have my recon where I wanted it. I see this infantry over there, and I just assume the worst. I'm assuming the rocket has shifted all the way over here. I'm assuming the Neo tank is fully healed. I'm assuming there's copters, but I have no idea where anything is. I'm not getting enough vision right now. Don't heal, but I refuel my fighter. Went all the way from 99 fuel to 22, so that was definitely scary. I need a story of this game. Your air units need to be refueled. Jess might actually... Nah, Jess is not. No, Jess is terrible, actually. I'm not even going to suggest using Jess for the superpower cop. She's terrible. Air units are way too good. Infantry are way too good. Jess is probably the absolute worst pick on this map, to be perfectly honest. I built an artillery finally. I'm like, I built an artillery day like 5. I may have a little nostalgia. It's day 30. Let's get some arties going, buddy. I'm doing pretty good in the unit value department, and we're pretty much even on the unit count now, so we kind of equalized that. But I have no idea where his units are. No idea. I don't want to get caught off guard. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I see a little hint of attack in the middle. I'm like, okay, so there's some units over there. A little hint over there. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. What's going on over here? Where are the units? Are they over here? Are they in the center? Are they over here? I have no idea. I'm like, I need recons. That's why I have 1 recon in... I already have a good recon right over here, right? But I need more than 1. I need to have recon over here. I need to have recon over here. And I need to have recon over here, or at least some sort of vision. And I don't have that. I have no idea where anything is. I have no idea where his forces are. And it's scary. I don't want to say sweating, but I'm concerned. And I build my artillery because I like artillery holding that. Put artillery here. Blocks capturing that. Blocks capturing that. Or I could put it here. Blocks capturing these 2. Or even in the forest in the corner over there, the full YOLO mode. Hey, it can stop that corner property. So, yeah, I don't know where his units are, so I'm just like, F it. I'm going to just prod everywhere, and maybe... Worst thing you can do, prod everywhere and try to find out where he is. But I'm getting impatient. I'm a very impatient person, so I'm like, here, where is he? I have no idea where he is. And then I throw my recon over here, I'm like, there you are, baby. That's where the meat is. You aren't over here. You aren't over here. You're right in the middle. And I was like, oh, that's not great. And he's got his superpower saved up. But I'm hoping, hey, maybe I can block him from... I need more income. Why not? Building more anti-air. 1 anti-air, 2 anti-air, 3 anti-air, 4 anti-air. Copters are so damn good on this map. Bombers are so damn good on this map. Fighters, you need to have anti-air. I have no shame with 4 anti-air. Is Nagi game? I would have a little shame, 2 copters and 4 anti-air, that's a little weird. But on this map, fighter, 4 anti-air, I wouldn't blink twice about that shit. Air is so good on this map. Pops a side slip, I'm like, I'm so screwed. I should not have prodded the beast. Should not have prodded the beast. And then he just murders over here, and he starts attacking over here. The great capping. Starts capping these 2 properties over here. Anti-air comes in, murders some units. Tank comes in, my vision is completely gone. I know where his units are at least. Luckily I have more forces over here than he does, so these are going to die. But over here he definitely has more than me. And then, yeah, he's got so many units in the center. That's where they were hidden the whole time. The capping continues. Just cap. Cappity, cappity, cappity. And the Neo tank is fully healed. Got some R&R. But sorry, Mr. Neo. Big beefy bomber's gonna blow your brains out. Pop my side slip. Boomba. Boomba. First I'm punishing him at the top. Boom. I'm gonna really make him pay for attacking everywhere at the same time. I made the mistake. I was dabbling everywhere at the same time. He should have just attacked down here. Really flexed his muscle. Attacking up here allowed my stronger side, which is now this side. I have stronger over here at least. Maybe not my strong side per se, but stronger than his at this point in time. So, Bring my copters in. My fighter is ballsy. I'm like, maybe I don't know how many anti-air, but I have 1 copter, 2 copter, 3 copter. He can't have that many anti-air, can he? And then I was like, oh, I need to stop that cap. I need to stop that cap. No way. I have a 4K income advantage. I need to keep that shit. My KD is suffering. I need to keep that. Let's see if I can find a way. I do. Actually, you can just go through the top over there. I was like, oh, I need to kill the infantry and then send the... No. It's actually pretty simple. Just attack from the top. Heal my units. Like I said, healing is crucial on this map. Don't you forget it. So, feeling pretty good. 60k unit advantage. 6 income unit count. Still 30k ahead in kills. So I'm feeling good. I have the income and I have the kills. At this point, I'm like, Deej, you done good. You suffered a bit, but then the counterattack comes. I'm like, oh shit. He has his own fighter. One shots my bomber. Boom. Boom. Everything is dying. Everything is dying. I was like, what? I thought what? Ordered all these? What? Where are all these coming? And he traps my copter. I'm like, what? Help. Help. What the? That was a brutal turn. I was like, what the hell? And then he has another power in tow. He's been saving up his power, so he's going to have another one next turn. And I don't have that much power, I don't think. Actually, I do. Okay. But my god, look at that shift. 60k ahead. Almost 70. Now I'm behind. 7 units, too. What the hell? Ahead 6. He killed 13 units in that turn. Or something about there. I don't know. He freaking had a huge shift. And I was like, what the actual flup? So I bring my side slip. I'm like, I need to, this is going to be a side slip war over here. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I need the compensation. I need to bring my units in. My mech's coming in. I'm just like, he's winning over here. I need to win up top. That's basically I'm like, I need to capture the comm tower. I don't know. I'm getting desperate. I'm like, pull back over here. This is lost. I'm sorry. He's going to cap that. I can't stop that, really. I decide to just heal instead of interrupt that because I'll have counterplay over here. Maybe I capture this proper the same exact turn. Bring my artillery. Originally, like I said, I wanted it over here or I wanted it over here. Now I'm like, I'm just going to throw that shit in the corner. Like it's like a box in the attic or some shit. You throw it there, forget about it. But maybe it'll come into use later. Bring another recon. Man, I love my recons and I love my monkeypox too. And that pesky fighter is getting a bunch of free kills. It killed off my bomber and it killed off the copter, and I have no anti-air in range either. So it's getting away with murder right now. And then all of a sudden he's like, "What? How are you have counterattack over there too?" He has a lot of units. At this point, I'm like, I am kind of overextended. So a little concerned about that, but I will be able to capture this property over here. Not the comm tower, unfortunately. That would have been, that would have been so nice. I was daydreaming. I was having some pretty nice fantasies. Pretty nice fantasies about that comm tower, not gonna lie. Temporarily. Okay, no. He got this property first. So I almost had a 6k income advantage. Now we're back to 4k. I'm like, you know what? I'll take that. But my KD is not looking good. I think it's worse than it ever has been. Now I'm behind 60,000 in KD. 60,000. And I wish I would say the amount of units, but I'm down like 4 units. So luckily we can see it via that little chart over there. But yeah, so now I've decided this is my strong side, and I just need to hide back here. And I feel I do another bluff. Well, no, it's not actually a bluff. I have anti-air backing up the copter, so it's not completely a bluff. But I've decided my strong side is now this side. I've completed the front shift. All these units, I have like a little cobbled crew. This is gonna try to hold down the fort over here, but that's basically all I have. And I've decided this is my strong side, which is not fun. You know, it's fine. We're day 34, man. I played 25 turns of my strong side over there. Now I want to have my strong side at the top, okay? I need to shift something up. This game is dragging on. It is long. I thought I was winning, man. And then it just gets worse. Just murders all my units. And I'm like, F. And he's pushing at the top, and he's winning over here. This is what confused me. It's like, how is he winning over here and winning over here? What the heck? Where are these coming from? I have income advantage. Why is he winning on every single front? And now he has a huge unit advantage count and amount. Even after a full turn of spending, I'm going to be behind. At this point, I was like, okay. I'm not going to resign. No. I have a shot. I was doing so well earlier in the game. I can't give up now. And he's like, oh, I'm going to get this property easy peasy. I was like, sack, bish. Got my arty on the island. War ain't over. War ain't over. We're firing. It's getting some use. It's such a meme unit. It hasn't done jack shit. It took like 10 turns to get over here or some shit. And it's just fired one shot. It's already... In my book, it's paid for itself, even though it really has not at all. But I'm fighting back at the top. But it's looking dire. It's looking really dire. I'm not going to lie. And he maintains the pressure at the top. That... Somehow, I don't know where... These come out of the woodwork. I was like, what the heck is going on? How is he winning on both fronts? And then I realized, like, he's not quite winning over here. He's actually shifted over here. We've both shifted our strong sides over there. And I'm like, okay. This is getting a little scary. And he's retreating. He realizes... And I realize at the same time, this is now his strong side. This is both of our strong sides. So he's wisely withdraws from the south over here. So I maintain main income advantage. 4K, baby. I need that 4K so bad because I am losing in all other regards. Like, I'm down 7. I'm down 40,000 in income or in unit value. Honestly, I want to be in Kantbei's shoes at this point. You can have the income advantage. I don't give half a shit. I just want my units advantage. I just want my unit value advantage. But alas. And he knows my artillery's in this forest over here, so I decided to move it, I believe. I'm getting pretty defensive. I'm like, I need to, pull back a little. I have reinforcements. Now that it's my strong side, I have a lander. Every other turn, I'm going to have 2 units coming in. Fresh off the boat. And mechs, too. Hey, my mechies are coming in, too, with my black boat. I decided to move my artillery because I'm like, he's going to find some shit and get a copter kill. I'm going to shift over to this force. Switch things up. Don't want to be too predictable. He does his turn, a lot of shit behind the scenes, brings his copter and stuff over here, starts capping at the top. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. His strong side has fully arrived. He is murdering my units. And I need... These little useless little shits should be over here, but they're not. They're in the no man's land, and getting through there, like I said, I think his rocket's over there. That's not free. You gotta pay the troll toll. And they're getting in someone's hole over here. That rocket, it's going to get at least 1 or 2 pot shots off on anyone passing through that little troll gate. It's getting dire. Now I'm behind 12 units. I think this is the turn where I was talking to Kantbei throughout this game. I'm like, hey man, what's your unit value right now? And he's like, oh, I have like 190,000. I was like, oh cool, I have 185,000. Yeah, we're very close. Yay. I actually lied on the amount because I was like, I don't want him to know how destroyed I am. I need to pretend like I have more than I do. So I'm sorry, I had to lie. I wasn't sure if he was lying. It turns out he was not lying, but I had to lie. I'm just losing so bad right now. I need to fight back. So I'm like, please just go through the middle. Please don't pot shot me. Actually, I killed the copter off, so now my units can slink through the bottom over there. So it's not all lost. We're at day 37, man, and this is still sort of a live game. So we've been playing for a couple hours now, I believe. So I have a little bit of a counterattack over here. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, okay, I'm not completely dead yet. I've actually clawed my way back. I'm still behind on unit count, even after a full turn of attacks and a full turn of building. But I'm feeling better. I'm back ahead on unit value. Courtesy of having the unit income, or the income advantage. 4K, I mean, it's been like 15 turns at 4K. That's a big advantage in terms of income. Let's check. Let's look at the income. Generated funds. Actually, okay, we're pretty much dead even. I'm slightly ahead. Granted, it is his turn, so he does have a little bit more. But his income for the first 12 turns and my income in the last 15 turns pretty much equalized. I definitely have a slight advantage in terms of income, but it's not as big as I would like. And it's scary. I don't see the stealth, granted. You see it now, I don't see it. I have no idea if there's a stealth right there. Just letting you guys know. So he's got some scary units, and I have no idea. I don't even think I get trapped by anything, so I have no idea what's going on. And I move all my units up. I'm like, you know what? Final push. Like, if this fails, I'd lose. Somehow, I build a fighter. I guess I don't know if he has a stealth. I think I anticipated a bomber, actually. Not a stealth. I anticipated a bomber. So I built a fighter. And I want a lot of infantry, too. I need to build up my unit count. I'm behind on unit count for the most part. So I was like, all right, 5 units this turn. Copter, fighter, 3 infantry. 5 units. We're going to pump out 5 units. Maybe I'll pump out 5 units every turn for a bit. I need unit count. I'm low on infantry. Only have 1, 2 infantry. 2 full HP infantry over here and a mech and a weakened one. Like, I need to get more infantry. I'm not going to be able to capitalize on any one battles without infantry. Then he pulls back. I'm like, oh, thank God. I thought I was just lost right there. Thank you, pull back, please. Let's just have a ceasefire for 10 turns while I gain 40k advantage over Union value. Like, please, let's just chill. The longer we don't fight, the better for me, man. Let's just chill. Oh, we've been fighting for so long. I'm brain dead. I built a Neo tank. I'm like, hey, he built a Neo tank. I have income advantage. Yeah, why not? I kind of want to bait the bomber, like he baited my bomber, and then murder him within fighter. That's what I wanted to do. I was like, okay, Neo tank comes in, a bomber attacks it on a city maybe, does 7 damage, brings it to 3. Fighter comes in, pew pew, 22k down the Drainy Poo. So that's my thought. Recons can't get enough on this map. I have no vision. I have no idea what's going on over here. So I built a recon. But I have a general idea of most of his forces over here. I'm overextended, granted. He gets reinforcements in 3 turns. I get reinforcements in 4 turns if I'm using a lander. Billions of turns if I'm not using a lander. 1 turn for the airport over here. You could have a bomber. You could have a copter chain. I see a little copter sneak by over there, so I'm like, oh shit. Well, at least I have 3 anti-air and a fighter. I'm prepared for those stupid little copter chains. I don't know what the hell's going on. Goes back in the forest over. I don't know what this thing is doing, but it's not going to let that thing go uncontested, okay? We're at day 40. This is one of the longest games I've ever had. The longest game I had before this was 42 turns versus Monty Sigurdsson. It was also an adder matchup on Shangri-La. So I guess big maps with the adder do not mesh well with ending the game. I built a rockets. Honestly, I'm taking a lot of things out of Kantbei's book. I saw they had a rockets, I saw they had a lander, I saw they had the Neo tank. I'm like, F it. Worked for him, keeping him alive. Alright. And I killed some nice intel. I didn't know, but he saw what was going on behind the scenes over here. And I was a little upset about that. So I was glad I spotted that recon. Can't let him see what's going on. Vision, denial, huge deal. I don't want to let him know how many units I have. Side slip means he's going in. I'm like, I brace myself. I clench. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna? Oops, sorry. What's gonna happen? Infantry stream in. Copters stream in. Anti-air. Boom, boom, tank, 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 boom, boom. One after APC, I'm like, what? APC? Then I was like, oh yeah, that's true. I had to resupply my fighters and stuff. That makes sense. And I was like, oh, I actually was expecting more than that. I wasn't nearly as bad as a push as I thought. I was like, is there something over here? Boom, copter dead. Boom, copter dead. Pop the side slip. The thing you want to do is you get the easy kills first, and then you pop your side slip, rather because you want that extra charge beforehand. And I bring in all my units down there. Nothing unusual. Recon comes in, murders an infantry. My mechs doing absolute work. Till this day, still building mechs. Hasn't built any mechs. Kantbei. Should have built some mechs, man. Day 41, not a single mech. I don't know if I've seen he has not used the stealth yet, so I have no idea of his existence. But I keep my fighter in the back. Still building mechs on my side, though. I'm a little, maybe I can get this property. I'm seeing a lot of units, maybe dip my foot in. If there's a piranha there and it bites me, I back up, Let's see what happens. I'm getting a little impatient at the bottom. Then as units the second push with another power. One push, power, ouch. Hurt a little bit. Second push, really push it again. So I'm like, okay, this one's starting to hurt. Now it's starting to be an owie. First one was an ouchie, now it's a big owie. And I see the stealth. I'm like, thank God I have a fighter. Thank God I have a fighter. TN comes in. Within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so out of range of a bomber, unless he pops a side slip, which I don't think he has. So, smart move by me. Fighter comes in. Boom. Since you have Hob to power, not a one-shot. Only brings it down to 2. Usually bring it down to 1, but I'm not going to complain that much. It's whatever. Build another fighter, because I'm assuming this one's going to get brutalized by something or other. Bring my infantry over there. I'm getting a little greedy, but I don't know. I'm so impatient, just as a player in general. We're at day 42. I want this game to be over. I just want to win. I want to lose. Something needs to be final. I've had 4K income lead for so damn long. Brings in his units. Attacks. Withdrawals is stealth. Pushes over here. I'm like, okay, maybe I can capture this. Oh, maybe. Can I get that property, please? Pretty please. I have 4K. I want 6K. That'd be so nice. APC comes in, resupplies. I'm drooling at this point. I'm just, oh, yes. 6K, finally. Took to day 43. Now I have 6K income advantage. We're even. I'm behind on KD. We're pretty much even on unit value, but I'd say I'm ahead on unit value, but I feel good. 6K is a big difference in 4K. 27 to 21 is a lot bigger than 22 to 26. Let me just say that. I'm feeling a little feisty. I go in, I see the rockets. Unfortunately, I cannot kill enough units to get to the rockets, so I just let it stay there. My new tank wisely, right out of range of that rockets, right on the edge. I like to live on the edge. What can I say? Man, the rockets come in attacks, but he's running out of gas. I can tell Kantbei the income advantage is definitely starting to wear on him. And I have all these reinforcements. I'm gonna kill 1 of the copters, 2 of the copters. The stealth is annoying as hell, though. Now he sees the rockets, so now he knows I have I have quite the investment. Gets trapped over here. I guess wanted to get in this forest. My forest. I owned it with my artillery. Now it's my infantry's, buddy. Mine. Brings in his fighter all the way over here to do 2 damage. I'm like, okay. And then he resigned. I was like, holy script. I had no idea how many unit values he had. We had about even at this point. And then the game ends. And I was like, that was a roller coaster. He had the income advantage the first 15 turns. I had such a good KD. Then it completely flopped. Then it equalized. And it's just, oh my god. That was just nutty. Oh man. But let's look at the end stats right here. It was just whoa, it's glitching. It's not good when it's glitching. Let's see if it works this time. Probably not. But we had over 100 KD. 100 KD. I think I killed 108. No, 111, and he killed 109 or something. I don't know. We each killed over 100 units. There was so much damage, and we're pretty... Kills? He actually had better kills than me. I mean, he had the last attack, so of course he's going to get ahead, but... Total generated funds, I definitely was ahead at the end right there. Pushed me to the end. He had a better opening. Now let's go to Kantbei's point of view. Let's go. Now we see everyone. Everyone is happy. Let's put on visual setting. Show animations for hidden things. We're showing buildings and units in fog. Now all is revealed. We are omnificent. We know what's going on. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's see where we differed. Immediately. Day 3. Infantry already over here to cap. There's no chains. If there was chains, I probably would have done the same thing, but I was like, not a big deal. I'd rather focus on capturing the port. He was not interested in the port. He wanted to get his units over here first. So he's got a head start over there. 1 infantry over here got an early recon, like I said earlier, while as I opt for the artillery. For the sustained push, I have an early T-copter, whereas he opts instead for the artillery. And then, the recon, and then the B-copter, got a very early B-copter, which actually punished my tanks. Had the early infantry over here, and look. Day 9 already has all 3 of these. I haven't even touched these. They're not even within reach of my units. So he definitely had a better opening than I did. I mean, I got the airport a little earlier, I suppose, with my B-copter boosts and stuff, but like, yeah, he had definitely a better capture game than I did. And better engagements for me at the beginning. No lander. Takes forever for these units to get over here. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't realize this till just now. I watched the... You can move your units from the shoal over here and reinforce. Oh my god. I had no freaking idea. I literally... The entire game, I did not know you could shift around. I mean, it's not the best, but it's so much quicker than going around like this. Wow, so he didn't have a lander that early. He just moved his units down this way through the little funnel. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Didn't build a lander till turn 20. Day 20. 21, excuse me. Jeez. Or 20, sorry. 20 for him. Wow. Today I learned. You can go around there in the two shoals. Wow, I didn't know that the entire game. I don't want to say that's an X factor, but I think I would have had a lot easier idea about that than... Oh my god, I had no idea. Anyway, I think... See, look, I shifted all my infantry. He shifted all his infantry. We both... We're not playing games over here. He has got nothing over here in infantry. I have a few, but I shifted like 3, 5, 6, whatever over here. Yeah, and then I overextended over here. Punished me back. Got the income advantage off the overextension. So I got some compensation. I wisely backed off, but then... And I was wondering where all those units were. They were over here. They were over here. Still just chilling over here. I thought they were over here. I thought they were over here. Shielded in the middle for a bit. Had a big push. Stealth came in. Had a huge push at the end over here. We both have about equal over here. I have a slightly better reinforcement advantage due to the lander. I'm glad I got the lander, even though I could have done the shoal trick. It's not even a trick. It's just supposed to be used. Better unit composition. The stealth. I don't like stealths. It got like one hit off, probably did like 5 damage to a tank, and then I almost one-shot it with the fighter. It can be a blocker, I suppose, but then you have to have an APC to like resupply it and everything, so I don't like stealths. Fighters are better. Bombers are better. Everything's better than the stealth. So, oh my god, that was a long-ass game. Like I said at the very beginning, Kantbei. Better capture game, better macro management. Me, better micromanagement, better battles. Got the best of him in the battles. Ultimately, that allowed me to survive the income disadvantage. Finally get the income advantage. Slackened off a bit, and then he got better at his micromanagement, and I got worse and lazy. And then we have a 43-day game. The new record, my old one was 42 days. Now 43. This map right here. Oh my god. So big and huge, and oh, it lasts forever. Anyway, that was really back and forth. I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you guys were entertained. Whew, that's a lot of Djus games in a row, too. This is, what? I don't even know, but... Whew, I hope you guys enjoyed Frostleaf. Don't forget, one thing before we go. T-copters, good. Mechs, good. Recons, good. Copters, good. Fighters, good. Remember that? You should be able to win the map. Oh, heal units, good. If you get all those hammered home... Fight on your strong side. Don't forget the little trick of the shoals. You should win on this map. Granted, you have good, micromanagement as well, but those are the take-home things from this map. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed yourself. That was a long-ass replay, and hope to see you guys next time. Peace.